अभी हम लोग का दो चीज बच रहा है, EBCDIC कोड और ASCII कोड, और इसके बाद फिर टाइप्स ऑफ प्राइमरी मेमोरी देख लेंगे। तो पहले देखो EBCDIC कोड है क्या। इसके पहले 8-बिट BCD सिस्टम क्या है। The 8-bit BCD systems were developed to overcome the limitations of 6-bit BCD systems. The 6-bit BCD systems can handle numeric as well as non-numeric data. Numeric means 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 और non-numeric में इनके अलावा कुछ और भी आ जाता है, जैसे अल्फाबेट, ये ABCD है, इंग्लिश अल्फाबेट्स हैं, बट विथ फ्यू स्पेशल कैरेक्टर्स, लेकिन इसमें सारे स्पेशल कैरेक्टर्स नहीं आते थे। द 8-bit BCD systems can handle numeric as well as non-numeric data with almost all the special characters such as plus, minus, star, slash, $, etc. Therefore, the various codes under the category of 8-bit BCD systems are also known as alphanumeric codes. The three most popular 8-bit BCD codes are, पहला है EBCDIC, दूसरा ASCII और तीसरा ग्रे कोड। हम लोग को फर्स्ट टू देखना है, यानी एक्सटेंडेड बाइनरी कोडेड डेसिमल इंटरचेंज कोड, और दूसरा है अमेरिकन स्टैंडर्ड कोड फॉर इंफॉर्मेशन इंटरचेंज। तो ये सब कोड हैं क्या, इसको हम लोग देख लेंगे। फर्स्ट है EBCDIC कोड। The EBCDIC code is an 8-bit alphanumeric code that was developed by IBM to represent alphabets, decimal digits and special characters, including control characters. तो इसमें हम लोग अल्फाबेट होंगे A to Z, स्मॉल और कैपिटल, डेसिमल डिजिट्स होंगे और सम स्पेशल कैरेक्टर्स जैसे प्लस, माइनस, स्टार है, @ है, हैश है, डॉलर है, स्लैश है, and some control characters. Control characters are the special characters that are used to perform a specific function. For example, the control character FF is used to feed the next page into the printer or eject the current page from the printer. The EBCDIC codes are generally the decimal and the hexadecimal representation of different characters. This code is rarely used by non-IBM compatible computer systems. अब इसके बाद एक टेबल है, टेबल 619 लिस्ट सम इंपॉर्टेंट EBCDIC कैरेक्टर्स एंड द करेस्पॉन्डिंग डेसिमल एंड हेक्साडेसिमल रिप्रेजेंटेशन। तो उसको हम लोग देख लें क्या है। देखिए ये आपका EBCDIC कोड्स है। These are the characters, these are the decimal representations and these are hexadecimal representations. तो इनका यूज, इनको रिप्रेजेंट करने के लिए ये इन कोड्स का हम लोग यूज करते हैं। तो इसको फिर तुम लोग नोट कर लेना, जानते रहो क्या कोड है, पूछे तो बता सको। नेक्स्ट इज योर ASCII code. The ASCII code is pronounced as ASCII and is used for the same purpose for which the EBCDIC code is used. However, this code is more popular than EBCDIC code, as unlike the EBCDIC code, this code can be implemented by most of the non-IBM computer systems. Initially, this code was developed as a 7-bit BCD code to handle 128 characters, but later it was modified to an 8-bit code. We can check the value of any ASCII code by just holding down the Alt key and typing the ASCII code. For example, when we hold down the Alt key and type 66 from the keyboard, then the character B appears on the screen. This shows that the ASCII decimal code 66 represents the character B. अब ये टेबल है, this table represents ASCII codes and their corresponding decimal and hexadecimal representations. देखिए क्या है ये, these are the characters, these are decimal representations and these are hexadecimal representation. तो इसके बाद एक और है टेबल में, दो पार्ट है। जैसे ये A से आई था कि Alt प्लस 66 करने से B आ जाएगा। देखिए A to I आपका है A के बाद B है, 65 for A and 66 for B. Similarly, for other numbers. So this is all about for ASCII code and EBCDIC code. Next, we will see primary memory and types of primary memory. देखो क्या है primary memory. Primary memory is the main memory of a computer. It is a chip mounted on the motherboard of computer. Primary memory is categorized into two main types. कौन सा? Random access memory means RAM and read only memory means ROM. RAM और ROM थोड़ा तुम लोग जानते भी होगे. लोग कोशिश करते हैं वैसा मोबाइल लें या कंप्यूटर लें जिसका रैम ज्यादा हो. RAM is used for the temporary storage of input data, output data and intermediate results. The input data entered into the computer using the input device is stored in RAM for processing. After processing, the output data is stored in RAM before being sent to the output device. Any intermediate results generated during the processing of program are also stored in RAM. Unlike RAM, the data once stored in ROM, either cannot be changed or can only be changed using some special operations. Therefore, ROM is used to store the data that does not require a change. After this, हमारे पास है types of primary memory. देखिए, first है RAM, random access memory. The word RAM stands for random access memory or may also refer to short-term memory. It is called random because you can read stored data randomly at any time and from any physical location. It is a temporal storage memory. RAM is volatile that only retains all the data as long as the computer powered. यानी जब तक कंप्यूटर ऑन है तभी तक हमारा रैम का डेटा दिखेगा. कंप्यूटर ऑफ हो गया तो रैम का डेटा गायब हो जाएगा. It is the fastest type of memory. RAM stores the currently processed data from the CPU and sends them to the graphics unit. फिर है there are generally two broad subcategories of RAM. पहला static RAM है, दूसरा dynamic RAM है. Static RAM is the form of RAM and made with flip-flops and used for primary storage as volatile. It retains data as long as the computer is powered. SRAM is more expensive and consumes more power than DRAM. It used as cache memory in a computer system, as technically SRAM uses more transistors as compared to DRAM. It is faster compared to DRAM due to the lashing arrangement, and they use 6 transistors per data bit as compared to DRAM, which uses 1 transistor per bit. Next है Dynamic Random Access Memory DRAM. It is another form of RAM used as main memory. It retains information in capacitors for a short period, a few million milliseconds, even though the computer is powered. The data is refreshed periodically to maintain in it. The DRAM is cheaper, but it can store much more information. It is also slower and consumes less power than SRAM. Another type of primary memory है ROM, read-only memory. ROM is the long-term internal memory. ROM is the non-volatile memory that retains data without the flow of electricity. यानी कि अगर कंप्यूटर पावर ऑफ हो गया तो फिर ऑन करने पर हमको फिर से रोम का डाटा दिख जाएगा. तो कंप्यूटर ऑफ होने से रोम का डाटा हमारा गायब नहीं रहता. ROM is an essential chip which permanently retains data or programs. It is similar to the RAM that is accessed by the CPU. ROM comes with pre-written by the computer manufacturer to hold the instructions for booting up the computer. There is generally 3 broad type of ROM हमारे पास है. First है PROM, Programmable Read-Only Memory. PROM stands for Programmable ROM. It can be programmed only, be done once and read many. Unlike RAM, PROMs retain their contents without the flow of electricity. PROM is also non-volatile memory. The significant difference between a ROM and a PROM is that a ROM comes with pre-written by the computer manufacturer, whereas PROM manufactured as blank memory. PROM can be programmed by PROM burner and by blowing internal fuses permanently. अब EEPROM देखिए, erasable programmable read-only memory. EEPROM is pronounced EEPROM. This memory type retains its contents until it exposed to intense ultraviolet light that clears its contents, making it possible to reprogram the memory. Next है EEPROM, means electrically erasable programmable read-only memory. EEPROM can be burned or programmed and erased by first electrical waves in a millisecond. A single byte of a data or the entire contents of device can be erased. To write or erase this memory type, you need the device called a PROM burner. तो ये तुम्हारा था टाइप्स ऑफ प्राइमरी मेमोरी. सो दिस इज ऑल अबाउट फॉर यू टुडे. इसके बाद हम क्या करेंगे, जो पेपर 8 तुम लोग का है उस पेपर 8 को हम लोग पढ़ेंगे. और कुछ पोर्शन हो गया है, जो रेस्ट है वो देख लेंगे. वहां होने के बाद फिर अगेन वी विल रिटर्न टू पेपर 7.